It's time to transform your life in 15 minutes. Here's your host, Pia McAdams.
Good morning, and welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. I'm Pia McAdams, obviously, and I'm also, what am I? I am an author. I'm also an accounting professor and a certified life coach specializing in personal and small business finance. I help people reach their goals. And today on this live broadcast of Transform Yourself in 15 Minutes, this is where we're doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. So I want to first take the time to welcome you for those of you that are watching me live, and also for those of you who have taken the time to watch the recording. I'm so excited about what we're going to be talking about this month because, as I mentioned yesterday, for those who watched yesterday, I just come off fasting, and fasting requires what? Self-discipline. So I thought we'd just only, might as well just talk about self-discipline from this month. Okay, so for the first portion of it, we're going to talk about self-discipline, and then we're going to move on to the yoga, and then finally we conclude with the meditation. Okay, so those are your exercises. And for those of you that are just now watching me, I want you to understand that when you're transforming yourself, okay, this is basically about changing, who you are. And the change is in essence so that you can achieve what it is that you want to achieve in life. So with these changes, I want you to understand that it really just takes small, consistent things that you do every single day. Every single day. And it doesn't have to be something grand. It can literally be like these 5-minute exercises that I'm giving you, again, on a consistent daily basis. So, and you don't have to do it all at one time. Again, this is going to be like just a 15-minute broadcast. However, you can spread it out. Like for those of you, I know it's on the East Coast, maybe this is not convenient for you to, let's say, practice yoga, but you know what? You can do it later on in the afternoon or even in the evening. Same thing with the meditation. By the time you get to meditation, if you're driving, obviously you don't want to do this type of meditation, but you can do it later on. So again, I'm giving you these 5-minute exercises all at once, but feel free to break it up. But the most important thing is to do something every single day. If you want to transform your life, you have to do something every single day. And guess what that requires? Yes, self-discipline. So we're going to be talking about self-discipline today. So specifically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to define what self-discipline is. I'm also going to talk about, what happens when there's a lack of self-discipline, and then conclude with the benefits of self-discipline. Okay, so those are the 3 things we're going to talk about today as it relates to self-discipline. So when I say that word, good morning, how you guys doing? Thanks for watching. Hi, Abraham. I can't pronounce your first name, but I'll pronounce the last one, Abraham. And hi, Jeff. Good to see you on this morning. All right, so when you think of the word self-discipline, what comes to your mind? All right, like seriously, what comes to your mind? Namaste to you. All right, do you have conjure images of strictness or long stretches of being bored or irritating work or self-sacrifice or self-denial? Are those some of the things that come up in your mind? Well, guess what? It can be further from the truth. All right, truly self-disciplined people, they're not bored, they're not unhappy, and they're not sacrificing. Well, they may be sacrificing, but they're not having any type of self-deprecation of any sort. As a matter of fact, they have joy and satisfaction because they are achieving their long-term dreams and goals. Okay, so understand that when it comes to self-discipline, this is a key. This is a major key to achieving anything in life, because with self-discipline, you can achieve anything that your heart desire, anything. But without it, guess what? Without self-discipline, we wouldn't have things like Olympic gold medalists. We wouldn't have famous musicians or artists or writers. We wouldn't have there wouldn't be a Super Bowl. There wouldn't be no famous sports people. There wouldn't be multimillionaires. In other words, without self-discipline, what does it require? It requires determination, it requires fortitude, and it requires strength. Okay? And so if you don't have those things, then guess we won't have it. So in other words, you need to have self-discipline in order to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Now, you may be asking yourself, if it is so important, then why doesn't everyone have it? Well, good question. And the answer to that is because unfortunately we live in a society where it's a quick fix. We want everything now. We spend the money that we make immediately. We don't delay gratification. We want things now. We want the quick fix. We want to get rich quick. We want the gimmicks and we want success to come easy and fast. But guess what? this is, success is going to require some sacrifice. It's going to require discipline. It's going to require planning. When you have self-discipline, it's like saying to yourself and to others, I know exactly what I want and I know how I'm going to get it. And I may sacrifice something or give up some things now, but guess what? It's going to be worth it in the long run. And that's what self-discipline is. And the good news is this: self-discipline is a skill. Yes, it is a skill. And like all skills, it can be learned. And once you learn it and make it a habit, then you have the power, you have the key to success. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about some of the benefits of success or self-discipline, which obviously is going to lead to you to success. All right, so with self-discipline, this is going to increase your confidence, right? It's going to increase your confidence. It's going to empower you. It's going to give you that determination, that fortitude, and that strength that you want to have, that drive to succeed. All right. So that's one of the benefits. Another benefit is that it's going to sharpen your analytical and thinking skills. Okay. It's also, what is the other one? Oh, it's going to give you a new passion. I had to look at my notes real quick. It's going to give you a new passion. Why? Because you're going to become so energetic that it's going to give you the power to achieve. And my personal favorite is going to magnify your creativity. Yes. Matter of fact, once you eliminate those limitations, it's like the floodgates of endless possibilities is going to come flowing in and just going to magnify your creativity. So those are just some of the benefits of having self-discipline. All right, and again, we're going to be talking about this all month long, about different things about self-discipline. But just to conclude today, I want you to understand that that intelligence, education, all right, and those skills, those are not the only keys, the sole keys to success. Self-discipline is a skill, and it can be learned. But like all excellence, it's going to take some time. Okay, so give yourself some time to work on your self-discipline. But once you have it, and if you make it your unburning desire to get the self-discipline, then guess what? It's going to unlock your innate ability to achieve. All right, so this is what I like for you to do. Like, just kind of think about what's happening in your life, what experience that you're incurring right now, that if you had self-discipline, it would actually help. Okay, so in other words, think about what you're going through. Okay, what experience that you're having, and how does that relate to having self-discipline? Like, what are the things that can help you with whatever you're experiencing now? Yes, you're absolutely right, Jeff. Patience is the key, because again, it's like when I talk about transforming yourself, you got to be patient with yourself. And you know what? What's most important is this. Have fun while you're doing it. Like, don't think of this as a chore. Like, again, when I initially opened up with self-discipline, I hope those images of, like self-deprecation is not coming to mind. All of this should be fun and exciting for you. You're unlocking keys that are innately within you. Okay, so again, it's going to require patience, it's going to require determination. As a matter of fact, I don't know, like, you guys can't really see. You can kind of see a little bit, but this room in my house, I'm in my office, obviously, right? Well, each of my rooms have a theme. Well, the theme of my office is the lighthouse, right? So if you can see over here to my right, might be your left, but right over here, you see let me move over a little bit. You see like a CD, it's a CD holder, but it's actually a lighthouse. So the reason why I'm bringing that to your attention is when it comes to self-discipline, your self-discipline has to be like that light, that beam, that beacon from that lighthouse. And you have to have that drive, that determination. And your lighthouse would be your goals. You have to have a streamlined focus to get to your goals. And self-discipline is the key to get you there. All right? All right, so thank you for listening to this little 5-minute segment on self-discipline. Again, we're going to be talking about this all month long, about just different things about self-discipline. Having some patience and fortitude and drive to achieve your goal. But guess what? Even though it may be something that you sacrifice, it's going to be worth it in the end. And again, by all means, please have fun while you're doing this transformation. All right, so now we're going to move on to the second portion of this podcast, and this is where I'm going to invite you to join in, and we're going to do some yoga. Let me kind of move on and transition here. So I'm going to invite you to do some yoga with me, and then immediately following, we're going to be doing a 2-minute meditation exercise. Again, these are little exercises if you do every single day, it's going to help you in your transformation. Now, for those of you who haven't been with me for a while, This is called my wall of positivity. So as I'm walking through, transitioning from my office to my living room here, I have a wall of positivity. And these are like just different quotes that I have on my wall. And just around my whole house, I have all types of things that are written, or positive quotes that I have in every single room of the house. Another thing that I have in every single room of my house is a picture of my son, Corey. You know, he's 17 now, but a lot of the pictures are when he was growing up. And the reason why I mention this is one, like I asked my son one time, I said, do you know I have your pictures all over, you know, in every single room? He's like, well, yeah, because you're my mom. I was like, no, that's not just it. The reason why I have your pictures up is because his smile is contagious. Like every single time I look at his picture, it just brings a smile to my face because he has this, you know, infectious smile. So in other words, I surround myself around things that make me feel good and things that are positive. So these are like the little tricks and the trades that I'm sharing with you, so that in hopes for those of you that need that increased positivity around you, use some of these tools that I'm sharing with you because they help me, and I'm hoping and I know that they will help you as well. All right, so now we're going to move on to the yoga. So I invite you, if you are able to, if you're not able to right now, then, you know, later on when you watch the recording, hopefully you'll be able to join me. But just a little small segment, a little routine of a yoga. I'll probably do the same one that I did yesterday. Maybe I do some little finagling here and there, but again, just a little small movement. Just get your body movement. Keep in mind that we talk about the mind-body connection. There is a connection. They're completely connected, your mind and your body. So one of the things that you're noticing in this morning routine is that we are addressing all three areas. And I say all three, they're intertwined, but separately we like to refer to them as the mind, the body, and the soul. So this next section is going to address the body. So we're going to do some movement, and then immediately after that, we're going to address the soul or the spirit with the meditation. All right, so without further ado, as I go ahead and play my music, go ahead and meet me on the mat. Can you hear that? Okay, because my speaker, I just realized I have it on Bluetooth, and my speaker is in my office, so hopefully you can hear that. I can hear it, but hopefully you can. All right, so we're going to get on our hands and knees, and while you're in this position, your palms are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are directly underneath your hip. I want you to set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish for this next 5 minutes, and then I also want you to take your 3 deep breaths and center ground and align yourself. All right, so as we come in this position, those are the things that you want to do. Before you do anything, go ahead and set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish. And when you initially start doing it, do it for every single thing. Before you leave the house, before you answer the phone, before you answer the email, before you post, anything that you do, set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish. That's another key. All right, now as we take a nice deep breath, I want you to inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, I want you to drop your chin down to your chest and round through your spine and tuck your tailbone under. As we inhale, your head and chest are going to come forward. Arch your back, tailbone sticks out toward the back of the room. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Press those shoulder blades down toward the mat. Again, this is one of my favorite positions to start off with, just because it just feels really good. And then also it limbers up the spine, loosens up the core. And it's a good position to warm up in. All right, take a nice deep breath again. And then this time as you exhale, let's go ahead and return back to the neutral spine. All right, so you're looking down, forward. And we're going to do a balancing pose. So anytime that we're doing anything balancing, if you're having trouble with your balance, I want you to find a focal point. So just find one spot on the mat or on the floor and just concentrate on that spot. Then I want you to take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to extend that right arm and that left leg. Now, anytime you start to lose your balance or waver in your body positioning, then just either lower the leg and or the arm, and that will help you with the balance. But I want you to get a nice long extension from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And then as you exhale, I want you to release it down. Taking a nice deep breath again. And this time as you exhale, we're going to extend the opposite arm and opposite leg. Again, a lot of us are trying to achieve balance in their life, so why not achieve balance in your body positioning through yoga? and then release it down. Let's do that one more time. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to extend that right arm and that left leg. Again, really try to get the nice long extension from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. Try to keep your head in natural alignment in the spine. And then just kind of listen to the cues that I'm giving you. I have to look up at the screen that may waver or make you lose your balance. Go ahead and release it down. And as you exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. Now as you're going through your yoga, I want you to use your breath, so take your time and use your breath. The moves are going to be held, or I should say the movement should be on the exhalation. So as you inhale, just kind of hold your position. And then as you exhale, this time we're going to curl the toes under and take it to downward facing dog. Now in this position, again, your palms are still directly underneath your shoulders. Your head is in alignment with your bicep. You're pressing your chest toward your thighs and your knees. Try to get your heels down to the mat, but don't feel stressed. If not, it's okay if you're, slightly up. Just depends on your flexibility. Just go ahead and pedal your legs though. Just kind of warm up those hamstrings. Get a nice long stretch from your tailbone all the way down toward the heels. And again, use your breath. First one, poses that we're doing in the morning. So do what feels comfortable to you. If you require like movement, like a lot of times I like to move my hips side to side. Just kind of give gentle stretches on my side. So just do what feels comfortable to you. And then I want you to slowly start to walk your feet in toward your palms. Keep your palms flat on the floor. So if you need to, go ahead and bend your knees. All right, so try to keep your palms flat. And as you get your feet, as they approach your palms, I want you to slowly round yourself up. Taking it one vertebrae at a time. Just making sure that your head is the last to rise. Rotate your shoulder down and back. And let's come to Tadasana, which is mountain pose. So you're standing up nice and tall. Your feet are directly underneath your hips. Your head's a natural extension of the spine. You pretend like there's a nice strong cord pulling from the crown of your head all the way up toward the ceiling. And again, your head is natural extension. Your shoulders drawn down and back, pressing or squeezing your shoulder blades toward your spine. Fingertips are up toward the side. And as we inhale, we're going to take the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to swan dive the body forward. Again, use your breath. This is on the exhalation. And as you inhale, you're going to look up halfway. So you're going to flatten out the back, stick your tailbone out toward the back of the room, relax the shoulders, press them down toward the mat. This time as you exhale, you're going to forward fold as you place those palms down flat. And we're going to step back right, left into the plank position. Now as you continue exhaling, go ahead and release your knees, then your chest and your chin. And as you inhale, let's take it up to the cobra. And again, I'm doing the full cobra, but if you need to, you can modify. Relax those shoulders, take them down and away from your ears. And then as you exhale, we're going to curl those toes under and take it back to downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog is a resting position. So while we're in this position, you're resting, you're still breathing, nice deep ujjayi breaths. If this is too much strain and stress for you, particularly as first thing in the morning, then feel free to release your knees and take it back to tabletop, or you can take it all the way down to child's pose. Now on the next breath, on the inhalation, we're going to bring that right knee in toward the chest, and as we exhale, we're going to extend that right leg all the way back. And let's do that again. As we inhale, bring that right knee into your chest, and as we exhale, extend that right leg all the way back. Each time, try to get just a little higher, and you're pressing your chest toward that left thigh and knee. One more time. As we inhale, bring that right knee into your chest, and as you exhale, extend the leg all the way back. Now this time, we're going to bend the knee to open up the hip. And again, use your breath, nice deep ujjayi breaths. And direct the breaths toward any tight areas, any tension, strain, or stress that you may feel in your body. Direct your breath to those areas. Now go ahead and extend that right leg straight out, and then we're going to bring in one swoop the right foot toward the fingertips, and we're going to take it up to the high lunge. All right, so slight modification. Now in this position, again, head stays in line with your biceps. Your palms are facing inward, but they're open. Your knee is directly, that front right knee is directly over that ankle, and you're relaxing your shoulders. Now as we exhale, we're going to bring the palms together at the heart center. We're going to rotate over toward the right, and then we're going to hinge. Now in this position, it's the outer part of my elbow Place on the outer part of that right knee. Now I'm not resting on my knee. Lift up your torso. Your gaze goes over that right shoulder. Now go ahead and take that left hand down and right arm just kind of opens up. Again, relax the shoulder. Your gaze follows your thumb unless there's any strain or stress. Then feel free to either look forward or look down. Now take that left arm, or that right hand down. Take the right leg back, and let's go through the vinyasa. So this time we're going to chaturanga dandasana. You can release your knee, chest, chin. I'm going to go the upward facing dog. You can go the cobra. And then curl the toes under and take it to downward facing dog. And again, you can start pedaling your legs. Just do what feels comfortable. Remember, this is resting, active resting. Now, on the next inhale, bring that left knee into your chest. And as you exhale, extend that left leg all the way back. Again, deep breath. And exhale. And one more time. This time, go ahead and bend the knee, open up the hip. Again, any tight areas, strain or stress, use your breath, the exhalation, and direct those toward those tight areas. Now extend that leg, and then one swoop, bring it forward toward the fingertips, and we're going to take it up to the high lunge again. Relax those shoulders, head stays aligned with your bicep, gaze comes forward, or you can look up at the sky. On the next exhalation, bring the palms together at the heart center. Rotate over toward the left. And again, your gaze goes over that left shoulder. Again, lift up the torso. You're not resting. Take that right hand down. The left arm opens up. And remember, any strain or stress, feel free to look forward or to look down. And then take that hand down, the palm goes down. Left leg goes back. And one more time to the vinyasa flow. Chaturanga dandasana. Upward facing dog. Relax the shoulders. And then curl the toes under the downward facing dog. Now I want you to slowly walk your feet in one more time toward your palms. Again, keep them flat. Now this time, we're going to stay in forward fold, Uttanasana, but we're going to take our fingertips, our hands, our palms, and clasp down the part of our elbows. Let the crown of your weight bring your body weight naturally forward. As you inhale, just kind of hold your position. And as you exhale, release and surrender. Just release. And forward fold just a little deeper. Micro bend on those knees. Just go ahead and sway the body side to side. Remember, yoga is about feeling good, so do what feels good and comfortable to you. Feel free to modify. Returning back to the center, go ahead and release the elbows, and then slowly ragdoll. From the ragdoll, take it all the way up. Again, making sure that your head is the last to rise. And let's come back to Tadasana. Draw the breath in, palms go up overhead. Exhale, swan dive the body forward. This time we're going to place the palms down flat. Then you're going to walk your feet out toward the edges of the mat. And as you exhale, release the tailbone down toward the mat. Bring the palms together at heart center. Using those elbows to push out on those inner thighs. Open up the hip flexors. Bow the head down in Malasana. Go ahead and give some gratitude. And then release the palms down toward the mat. Take them behind you and then slowly transition yourself into a comfortable seated position, facing forward. Making sure that you're on your sits bones and off the fleshy part of your bottom. Fingertips down by the side. Take a nice deep breath. Take the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, release the fingertips down toward the mat. Take your time. Use the breath. Again, nice deep breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more time, nice deep breath. This time we're going to bring in all that positive energy. We're going to greet the palms together at the very top. As we exhale, bring the palms down to the heart center. And we say, Namaste. All right, thank you for taking the time to practice yoga with me. This brings us, why didn't I bring my phone here? This brings us to the third and final section of the broadcast. This is where we're going to be doing the meditation. Now with meditation, we're going to be doing a 2-minute exercise that's designed to help you increase your focus and your attention on your breath. So this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, after we get ourselves centered, grounded, and aligned, you're going to just breathe as you normally would. You're not going to manipulate your breath in any shape, form, or fashion. Just breathe as you normally would. But you're going to count your exhales, starting with the number 1. Okay, so count your exhales. At any time throughout the 2 minutes, if you become distracted by either outside noises or internal noises known as thoughts, then what you're going to do is you're going to acknowledge that distraction and then bring your attention back to your breath and continue counting, but you're going to start all over with the count of 1. Okay, so let's say, for example, we're doing a meditation within the 2 minutes, and about breath number 3, when you're counting, you remember there's something that you have to do. Well, acknowledge what it is that you have to do, then bring your attention back to your breath, and on that next exhale, you start all over with the count of 1. All right, so again, we're going to do this for 2 minutes. This is a great meditation for you to do. Do this at least one other time today. Great one to practice in, okay, particularly if you are a beginner meditator. All right, so first, let's go ahead and get ourselves centered, grounded, and aligned. Set your intention on what it is that you want to accomplish. A good intention would be to keep your focus for the next 2 minutes on your breath. All right, take a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Again, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. One more time, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And this time as you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes and begin your counting. Release, relax, return, refreshed, and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. Thank you for taking the time to meditate with me, and also thank you for taking your time to watch this Transform Yourself in 15 Minutes. Guys, please share this information with your family, your friends. There's a lot of people out there that are looking to transfer your life, particularly in this day and age. So share this information with your family and your friends, and I thank you and appreciate you for doing that. Your word for today is bountiful. So I want you to have a bountiful day, and I will see you again tomorrow at the same time. Bye-bye.